Here it says in the unit circle alongside Q corresponds to the angle 180 minus theta. We see 180 minus theta, as we know it reflects across the y-axis. When a point reflects across the y-axis, y doesn't change, not for size, not for sine, and x, its size doesn't change, but its sign will change. So x, only its sign will change. I will go for part A. It says write down. For example, let me write here. If I had x and y and reflect it across the y-axis, I will have negative x and y. That means only the sign of x will change. It says write down the coordinate of q in terms of cosine 180 minus theta and sine 180 minus theta. So q would be the first term, cosine 180 minus theta and sine 180 minus theta. Okay, it's q coordinate or coordinate of q. Part B says q is the reflection of p in the y-axis. Use this fact to write down, as I said, for y-axis. Only the x will change its sign. The x coordinate of q in terms of cosine theta. So if my x was cosine, if I reflect it across the y-axis, I will have negative cosine theta. Part 2 says the y-coordinate of q in terms of sine theta. As I said, reflect across the y doesn't change of size or sign of y. So if my y was sine theta, here would be sine theta. Part C says, hence establish the supplementary angle formula that says cosine of 180 minus any angles gives me the negative cosine of that angle. And sine of, here my angle is theta, and sine of 180 minus any angle, which is here theta, equals exactly the sine of that angle, which is theta here. So only the sine of cosine will change. Write tangent 180 minus theta in terms of tangent theta. So I will write the formula of tangent 180 minus theta equals the sine 180 minus theta over the cosine 180 minus theta. We say the sine 180 minus theta gives me the sine theta. And cosine 180 minus theta gives me the negative cosine theta, which is the negative the tangent of theta.